Hi guys, this is Ella from Bands and Fans, and I'm here with the band the Liffeys. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. I'm Angus. I'm the bass player.
I'm Luca, I'm lead guitar and half the vocals with him.
I'm Zach, I'm rhythm guitar and half the vocals as well.
I'm Dimitri and I'm the drummer.
When, how, and why did you start the band?
So I joined pretty late in the band. Was started with Zach and Dimitri had already started the band, and they kind of picked me up later.
I just joined recently, but this would be...
Yeah, you got it.
I've got this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Just a past member started the band with me and Dimitri. Then we got an old bass player who we don't talk about anymore, and we just started making songs then, and we recruited some new members along the way, I guess.
I don't know what else to say. You kind of covered it, yeah. We started like, I wouldn't say 2 years. No, it's like
ago.
almost 2 years or something. I don't know. So just little almost 2 years. It was me and the former guitarist who he had to fill in for. Yeah. And then same with Angus, and so we're the longest, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure we've done.
Surviving.
We're veterans in this band.
What's been the best and worst show?
Okay. The best one would probably be the one we did most recently all together.
Yeah.
Actually, with everyone.
Where was that?
Yeah, Suki Lounge in Belgrave. I didn't even know Belgrave was a place until then. It was really great. I don't know, just lovely people. It was a great experience. We were pretty tight, I guess. Zach kept messing up my drum fills. Like, you got to work on that, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you want to answer the worst?
It was at a battle of the bands. Not only did we not place, everything just didn't work out. What happened? Pedal boards are misplaced, drum fills were not played correctly, guitar parts are not... everything that could have went wrong. But the crowd was supportive, they didn't really care. They were just there to watch their kids play. So, yeah.
So absolutely nailed it this time. Perfect. Tell us a bit about your song Pain. What was the creative process behind it, and what would you take from making it?
The song was written by a former band member, Daniel. Yeah, we'll name drop him a few times. And it was just a love song, actually, if you look at the lyrics. I don't know the lyrics, but they do.
It's a love song.
It's a love song. Me and Angus, we just do our part. We didn't ask too many questions about what it's about. But, Pain was our very first one that we ever worked on. So I'm kind of glad that that's the first one we actually released too. And it's like gone through so much work. We've dropped it, come back to it a bunch of times. It took the longest time to...
Yeah, this is one that took the most amount of time to record.
Yeah.
And this is like one of those songs that doesn't have that much. Like, it compared to our other songs, it doesn't really have that much.
Yeah, we're working on a bunch
Yeah.
that's... we think's a lot better, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Anyone?
Anybody else want to say?
All good.
Oh, you're good. How do you guys keep motivation as a band? Because obviously it gets very up and down.
We have motivation. What? Go on, Angus. What?
Come on,
Actually, you can go first.
Alright.
You can go first.
So, keeping motivated, I just, when we get together to, record stuff, when we come up with, like a new part, let's say it sounds great, we think it sounds great, at least. We all get hyped up around it, so, it gets us motivated to keep trying to make something better next. That's all I have to say.
A way which we keep the motivation is just by showing up. Sometimes it's very hard to show up, but when we do, we notice that things tend to work themselves out quite well. Even though there are a few altercations or discussions about this and that, it usually works out in the end. So yeah.
And how do you prepare for shows both physically and mentally?
Sure. I was going to say, mentally I panic, but I feel like
That's great.
I feel like everyone, you just got to get it out at the start, and then, well, I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone. It's like, yeah, once you get it out, you just realize you're with your mates again, you're having fun. These people come to watch you play because they're interested in what you play. So that just helps boost it. It's not like it's a test, and you're on stage in front of, judges basically. It's people who want to see you for a reason, and that just makes it a bit better for me. But yeah, we're all very nervous every time. So
I'll say something. I'd say it's probably, most nerve-wracking at the start when you get, the call for the gig because, you got to prepare, you got to learn all your songs. Like,
Build the set list as well.
Yeah, build the set list,
argue like
argue for 3 hours about what songs. No, but, well, I think once you get through, once you're familiar with the songs again, that's it's all good from there because then you're excited to play. That's it.
And any up and coming bands you guys would recommend?
Up and coming bands.
A band called Anyway. I really like their music. Really good. Also in Melbourne.
Yeah. And there's also Lapidatus, who we've recently gigged with and have an upcoming gig with in March.
Sorry, I've got one really good one. There's this really good, I'd say they're a folk band in Melbourne right now. They're called Folk Bitch Trio. Yeah, really interesting name, but their music is insane. Like, I'd definitely give them a listen. Do you have anybody to add?
nah.
How do you guys see the evolution of your sound in the next coming years, whatever?
Get as weird as possible with what we can make.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Just experimenting with new sounds. I know it's a bit cliche, but just finding things that we find interesting that hopefully will hook our listeners, and also songs that we enjoy just creating and aren't a drag to record. So yeah.
That's it. Okay.
And how do you guys balance time with the band and everything else in life?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, we don't.
Go on.
Well, especially now, because we try to smash it out as much as we can, like school holidays. What's it been, 3 months? We've just worked non-stop on paint, and then we got the other single coming out roughly soon. We're working on it. Release day isn't officially yet. No.
No name
Later
drop or
surprise.
date drop. No, do that.
What was the question again?
How do you balance?
How do we prepare? Yeah, all right.
No, balance.
Oh, balance. Well, it's so hard to find a date and time because we've all got, we're all interested in different stuff. You've got your badminton, your lacrosse. You got your, the school
Music
production.
yeah.
Music, and
Yeah, kind of like what Dimmy said. When we are there, we try and just smash it out as quickly as possible and get it done as efficiently as possible, making sure it all sounds good. And usually we're pretty good at that. So
yeah.
yeah.
You got to have fun at the start, get nothing done for about an hour, and then lock in.
No,
for, the last.
that's the way.
That's the best
only
part.
way.
Just doing nothing for an hour. Yeah.
That's how the Friday nights went. From about 4 till
Yeah, our longest ever.
4 till 6
sometimes.
sometimes.
Yeah, no, our longest ever session was 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So that was hell.
Really?
Yeah,
When was that?
it was Daniel.
Oh,
It was it was 40 degrees as well. I had no fan in my room.
We
It was bad.
probably would have gotten nothing done as well. Like usually now we get stuff done, but within those 12 hours we probably wrote one song or something like
Yeah.
that. Nothing to. Yeah.
That's it.
It's like spending all that time for nothing. It's just doing nothing in the
That's
end.
all Daniel's fault. We got it.
Whoa.
Oh my God. No, it's okay. That's how me and Chloe are. I'll have to edit a video and then it'll be 5 hours later and I'm like, and I'll just still be sitting there. How do you guys overcome issues as a band?
What type of issues?
In general, just anything.
Disputes.
Yeah, whatever.
Shut up and get it done.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Uh,
Go for it, Luke.
just shut up and get it done. That's it.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know, leave it till later. Focus on something else because you're just going to sit there for an hour bickering. There's no point. So, yeah, that's it.
Because usually in the moment you're really passionate about your music part being there and really wanting this specific thing to work. But sometimes you just got to wait for a bit, maybe look at it the next day and think if it works for the song, then great. And if it doesn't, then it just can't be there.
Sometimes we've been asked to do an 8-minute bass solo in the middle of our song. Sometimes if it just doesn't fit the song, then I guess, do you want to say something?
Nah, usually when we have disputes over parts and stuff, like when we do argue about it before, if it doesn't work out, we'll leave it, and usually we'll find either some middle ground or like something completely different that we all like.
How do you see the Aussie music community evolving into the future?
You can say the second half.
You know, it's nice to say like there's a bunch of new up and coming Aussie bands making their own way to, well, I don't want to sound cringe, but like to the top or whatever. Just want to be known, whatever, which is awesome. Everyone's experimenting, creating their own sort of stuff. It's just trying to find a unique sound for you and something that works for you guys, like as a band, and standing out from everyone else that I think is pretty crucial, I guess. And so like not falling to the trap of just blend. Oh wow, you hear that voice?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah. Not falling into the trap of like blending into, you know, everyone else, I guess.
I feel like that was one of our best answers, to be honest. How did you guys come up with the name?
The Liffeys.
The Liffeys.
Oh, I've got
Oh,
this.
I'll hold the mic for you because.
Okay. I was listening to Radiohead, How to Disappear Completely, and one of the lyrics was, I float down the Liffey, and I was like, the Liffey? That's a good name. I was like, the Liffeys, that's a good band name. And then, that's what happened.
It's also because we didn't like our old band name, and we were arguing 15 minutes before we had to
legally change it
to upload Paint. So, yeah.
There you go.
I didn't know that. Well, I do now, obviously, like before. But during the time when we were making up, like coming up with the name, and like a bunch of failed attempts, like
So many.
too many. I didn't know what Liffeys meant. I thought you just like made up a word or whatever.
Also a river.
Yeah. But what's it called? The Radiohead part. Yeah.
Radiohead.
Yeah, he told me that after, because well, I'm not the biggest Radiohead fan, but that's fine. And he decides to tell me after we like officially like written out everything for every like aspect of our band, I guess. Yeah. So he told me the right time, I guess. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't want to be associated.
Great song though. It's a good song.
I don't know.
Oh,
But
hand back the mic.
Well, it's a good band name. Like, you chose a good one.
Thank you.
If you guys made a rumour about the band, what would it be?
A rumor?
Oh,
Yeah.
Too many. Way too many.
Name a few, whatever.
What ain't the past members? What Zach does in his spare time, I guess.
What do I do in my spare time?
Oh, make a rumor. I don't know.
That we're the best band ever. I don't know.
That's a very big rumor.
Maybe a rumor could be that
Angus is an easy one, probably.
Angus is a what?
Easy one.
Easy. What?
I don't know.
Bro.
What are you trying to say, Dimitri?
Nothing.
Let's re-amp. Oh my god, you're hopeless for me.
Are we moving on from that question?
Yeah, let's just. That's an interesting question. Oh,
I
I
was
do
like-
have an answer to that question.
You have an answer? Okay.
Yeah.
No.
There will be a wedding with a drummer and a bass player very soon at the end of the year.
That's the exact same thing.
What's your go-to pre-gig food or drink?
Oh, go on. No, you can answer that one. I know.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
And explain the story as well. Wait,
Explain.
Okay, so at at our gig in Belgrave, we were getting food before sound check, and I ordered dim sims at a fish and chip shop that took a very long time to get ready, and I nearly missed sound check because of that. So
And then you did miss it.
You missed sound check.
no, I didn't.
But you missed the start.
Yep, I missed the start. I missed the start of sound check.
We had to run back and get you. It was crazy.
So for you,
Yeah.
dim sims, Luca? Nothing. I don't eat.
To be fair though, I do have to agree with Luca. No food, otherwise, I don't know, just doesn't make me feel good. And decided to ease the nerves. That's it.
I guess I'd just say like chips, like hot chips.
Man of
What?
many words.
What? Chips.
Chips are good.
Yeah, why are you laughing at me? Yeah, chips. Yeah. All right. I don't know why you're laughing.
Give the microphone back.
This is shade.
What a
bro.
terrible answer.
This is shit. Chips!
hot chips.
Chips is fine. Chips is fine.
Sorry, but I won't be late this time.
For dim sims too, like come on, man.
Yeah, for dim sims, come on. Like that's like
Sprint back. Like I'm leaving you, bro.
It's not my fault. The guy was slow.
yeah, it's all the store's fault.
It is.
What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you guys as a band? Or even like just like
Oh.
We've
I-
looked in on a few things. Yeah, no,
This might be off record depending on how other people react. One day when we were all out on the city, we had a beautiful lunch at Hungry Jack's.
Oh.
we had a beautiful lunch at Hungry Jack's, and Luca was waiting outside for us because he didn't want to get any lunch, but he was making the weirdest poses imaginable outside on the streets of Melbourne. Yeah, and we were pointing at Luca, but inside of the Hungry Jack's, there was this man that was affected by a specific substance. We'll say he was on something, and he thought he was pointing at us. No, like he thought we were pointing at him. And he starts making a lot of eye contact with us, and we're trying to be like, no, we're pointing to the other guy, and then he threatens us. So that was he just gives us one of these, and then flips us off.
Not like that.
And then during our lunch, we were contemplating how we were going to deal with the situation. how we were going to deal with the situation should he get up and try and attack us. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah.
that's definitely an interesting story.
Yeah.
It's just the city core, literally. And last question, anything to promote or say to anyone listening? Just the basic.
I mean,
You want to promote?
Stay tuned for
single coming out.
single coming soon. Soon.
Probably March. Yeah.
And keep streaming our song, please.
Yeah.
We need them.
Yes.
And the gig.
And we have a gig March 15th. Workers Club, be there. Thank you.
Well, that was fucking chips.
I waited.
Well, that was about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Bands of Fans. Bye.
I haven't even done the fucking outro yet.